What's up, y'all? Tommy here. So today we're going to talk about some of the top reasons your credit score can drop and what you can do about it. So if that interests you, stay tuned. Now, first off, whenever you're looking at your score, make sure that you're actually looking at the right one. Okay. Now, I know that sounds kind of weird whenever I say it that way, but a lot of people don't realize that there's actually multiple different types of scoring models out there. So the score that you're looking at might not be the same score that a bank is going to see when you apply for a loan. For example, did you know that whenever you're looking at the Credit Karma app, it's actually showing you a different type of scoring model than what a bank would see? Typically, a bank's going to see something called a FICO score, right? It's a scoring model created by the Fair Isaac Corporation, whereas a Credit Karma is going to show something called a Vantage score. And that's a scoring model created by the credit bureaus that only, you could say less than 10% of lenders are actually even using. 90% of lenders are going to be using the FICO score model, okay? Now, you always want to make sure that you're actually looking at the right score when you're looking at how it's adjusting up and down, because, it might be something that for some reason, maybe Credit Karma, the score you see on Credit Karma, it's adjusting because of something that, banks don't really care about, or the FICO scoring model isn't really going to be looking at. In that case, you have nothing to worry about, right? So always make sure that you're actually looking at your right type of score. I shot a whole video on how you can go about getting your FICO score for all three of the credit bureaus, and I'll link to that video down below so y'all can check it out. But that'll basically break down for you guys exactly how you can go about getting those FICO scores. Now, number one, the main way that you can actually have your FICO score decrease is because your credit utilization has increased. Basically, all that means is you have been maxing out your credit cards, or you might have closed some of your credit cards. Okay, so it's kind of a double-pronged approach. So whenever you're maxing out your credit cards, it's actually impacting probably the biggest category, or one of the biggest categories of your score, right? Which is your credit utilization. That accounts for 30% of your score. Okay, so that comes out to about 165 points. So by you either maxing out your credit cards or paying them down completely, you have a chance to gain or lose roughly 165 points. So that's what you want to keep in mind. So if you're in a situation where your score is like just below you being able to qualify for a mortgage on a house or something like that, then if you see that you have the maxed out credit cards and you pay them down, right, you're able to just pay off the complete balance on your credit cards, you're going to see that your score is going to shoot up, right, the following month. So that's kind of one of the main reasons I see people's scores drop, okay? And the great thing about it is there's a pretty easy fix. So the option is you can either pay down your credit cards, right? If you're in a situation where you have so much credit card debt that you're not able to pay it off immediately, you can try to get a credit limit increase. That'll benefit you as well, right? You get an increase. That way it shows that you have a lot more credit available, but you got to make sure that you're not using that new credit that you get. Because if you do, then you're pretty much going to be in the same spot as you were before, right? And the last option is, what you can also do is you can actually just get new credit. So what that means is, if you can qualify for another credit card, right? Or, get one of those instant approval credit lines, right? Where they give you, a $10,000 credit line instantly, right? I'm going to link to those cards below where you can actually get access to those type of credit lines. So if you want to, be sure to check that out in the description. Now, another reason that you might have a situation where your credit score is dropping is if you've closed down an account. This can affect your average age of credit, right? And this can actually, it can kind of decrease what your average age of credit is over time, right? And this accounts for 15% of your score, okay? So that's why you want to try to make sure that you can keep accounts open as long as possible, right? And of course, it's going to be harder whenever you have things like installment loans, right? If you have like a car loan, you're making set payments and then eventually the loan stops. Once you've paid it off completely, the loan is closed, right? And it's the same thing with like a mortgage, things like that. But there's certain types of loans where they're revolving, like credit cards. And it never closes, right? It just stays open. In those situations, you want to try to make sure that you're not closing those cards, right? And that's typically why I recommend people have, especially if you can get one of those no annual fee credit cards, those are really going to be the best ones because you don't really, you're not paying any fees. So it's a lot easier for you to hold those credit cards long term. And if you're just spending every once in a while, you put like small charges charges on it and pay it off immediately, then you don't have to worry about the banks actually closing down the card or anything like that. Okay. Now, I've also seen this situation arise, not just with you closing an account, but you getting an account removed. That's why I always tell people, be careful whenever you're trying to dispute or you're trying to improve or fix your credit, not always disputing all the accounts that you have on your credit report, because, if you end up getting a negative, what you thought was a negative account deleted, it can even, it could even hurt your credit score, right? And the reason being is, let's say, for example, I've seen this happen a lot with charge-offs. Let's say, for example, that you have a charge-off showing on your credit report. Now, if you had this account, whatever the charge-off account is, if you've had it for, let's say, 5 years and you never missed any payments, but then something came up in the last 6 months where you had some sort of hardship, maybe your car broke down or something, you didn't have the money to pay, and that's when you were missing the payments, then you might have 6 months of late payments, but that account's been open for 5 years and most of that time was on time payments. That might be a situation where you might not want to remove that account, right? Because it's still going to be helping a lot more than it's hurting your score. Okay. And I've seen people be in those type of situations where, I've seen a guy, he had an account that was open for it was something like 10 years or something, right? And payments were always on time. He had just missed the last, I think it was like the last, you can say, he basically, he was paying on time until he got to the previous 6 months. And then that's when he was missing the payments and eventually he got charged off. And in that situation, he tried to get it, he ended up trying to dispute it. And what ended up happening is, boom, ended up actually hurting his score. He saw his score drop even though he got an account removed. And it was because that account was actually helping his score. Because of how long that account was open, the actual decent payment history, especially towards the beginning or right before the end, the last 6 months, right? All that stuff was actually beneficial for him. It ended up helping him more than hurting him. And when he decided to actually get it removed, boom, he was in a situation where his score drops down. Now, if you have more questions about your specific charge-off, I've shot a whole video on charge-offs. I'll link to it down below, and it's going to show you, kind of the thought process that you want to go about whether to remove a charge-off or not. Okay, so I'll link to that video down in the description. Now, another reason that you might see your score drop is if you missed a payment. Now, payment history accounts for 30% of your score. It's actually, 35% of your score. It's actually the biggest category, okay? And so, missed payments, payment history, really, there's a bunch of things that fall into it, right? Collection accounts, charge-offs, everything. But it really comes down to missed payments, right? Because after you miss payments a certain amount of times, that's whenever it escalates to bigger things happening like collections, charge-offs, so on and so forth. Okay. So you want to make sure that if you have accounts that are reporting to your credit report, right, they're constantly reporting month to month, then you want to make sure that you're not missing those payments, because they're going to ones who are going to report it to the credit bureaus and end up hurting your score. Now, I'll link below to my video on how to remove late payments. So if you already have late payments on your account and you're worried about how to actually get it taken care of, I'll link to it down below, and I have a video that'll show you step by step when you should actually try to remove late payments and how you go about doing it. Okay, so be sure to check that out. Now, the final scenario, right, and this is probably the most difficult one of all, is if you've had identity theft, right? This is really the worst case scenario. Someone's somehow stolen your identity. Maybe they got your social, your name, whatever it is, your address, all that stuff. And they're constantly applying for different types of credit stuff. And obviously they're not going to pay them back, right? They're just putting, applying for credit, maxing it out, whatever it is. And then, and that's it. So this is, it's something where you need to report this immediately. I'd report it to the actual company that you see on there, to their fraud team, and even let the credit bureaus know as well. Okay. So I think that you want to take both of those approaches. Typically, obviously it's not the first time they're hearing something about, of someone having to deal with identity theft. But if you reach out to those fraud departments and you let the credit bureaus know, they can already start taking action to figure out and kind of get to the bottom of it. More than likely, they'll ask you for additional information, maybe even tell you you might need to get a police report or something like that. And then they'll be able to get that removed from your credit report. Now, that's why I typically recommend that you always want to have some sort of credit monitoring. That way you're able to just keep track of what's going on, because I've seen situations where, someone got their credit, they had their identity stolen and they didn't realize it for months, right? And so if you have credit monitoring, you're going to be able to tell, right? You're going to be notified when a new account's open, and you can look and see, oh, that's not an account that I opened, right? So I don't, you're not gonna be sure where that account came from, and then you can start doing the due diligence and reaching out to that company and being proactive, right? Catching it before it gets into a worse situation. Okay, so I think that's why I always recommend, you get credit monitoring. Now, I shot a video on how to get your FICO scores. It comes with credit monitoring as well as your three bureau credit report monthly. So I'll link to that video down below. That way you can take a look at that as well, okay? But really, that's going to be pretty much it for this video, guys. Those are going to be the main ways that your score is going to drop. If you are experiencing any of those, then you now know, or at least have an idea what kind of steps you can take to mitigate that. But there's, of course, going to be a little, all these different smaller things that you might have issues with. So if you're in a situation where none of those have occurred to you, and maybe you think you know what it is, link to it, or excuse me, comment down below, and I'll be happy to give you my opinion on whatever your specific situation is, okay? So that's gonna be pretty much it for this video, guys. Be sure you hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and make sure you hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my future videos. Alrighty, so that's gonna be it for this, guys. I will see you at the next one.